Hello everybody, my name is Eric Wilson and welcome to my kitchen. It is that time of year again, Thanksgiving. We all start searching around, magazine covers are covered with turkeys and cranberries and all sorts of funny business for Thanksgiving. So starting the turkey and all your preparations like 3-4 days ahead of time. And then come game day, it's no big deal, it's a cinch. I look at this thing as just a big chicken. So, is everybody nervous about cooking a chicken? You could be, but you shouldn't be. Find out who's raising turkeys around you. There's a lot of people that do raise turkeys, free range, local organic. You can go out to the farm, check them out, and I don't know if you want to get too sentimental with naming your bird, or you can just go and find turkey raised locally. A lot of people do, and that's a great option because truly, if you find a bird that's very happy, it's better for everybody, not the bird, but better for you. All right, things you're gonna need for this operation is obviously a bird. Size dependent on your crowd. We're gonna get rid of the wings. I like to take off the first joint here, the wing, go right into the knuckle, get that thing off, and then I like to take off the little end part of the wing. And then what I like to do is split these guys. You can save these two and cook them, but I love these guys. These are perfect for stock. I like to take them and just expose that bone there. We're going to remove the second wing. I'm going to find that knuckle and get in there. And then again, open that up. There you go. Turn this thing kind of over on its side. Position your knife to cut through the fat and go right down and find its spine and just cut out that little piece of meat there. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull the thigh over with your hand and kind of hear a crack, and that exposes the knuckle. And then you just wanna go down and around that joint. We're gonna keep this leg intact. So now we'll take the second leg off and get down in there, right to the spine. And then again, pop. Find the knuckle and then get all that meat on the side. And now for the breast. Feel with your fingers, and then you want to come up at the top and just make an incision right there. And if you hit that bone, that's good. What you're going to do is go right down alongside of it, all the way to the bottom. And then you have the little supreme or the tender, and then you just kind of follow the breastbone down and just kind of loosen that up. Real easy, stay right against the rib. Then what you're gonna do is go right down, you're gonna find the wishbone. I found it right there, your knife will just hit it. And then you just kind of peel that back, just like that. And then get into the knuckle and pull the breast and the bottom drum of the wing, just like that. So what you have is the perfect turkey breast. Onto the second breast, follow that breastbone down. Flip that over. That's it. Voila. So we're just going to put that kind of face down in there. Just get it dried off completely. Brines. What are we going to do about brines? And what does brining do? Brining breaks down a little bit with the salt, breaks down some of the meat structure and also flavors from the inside. So another advantage of doing what we're doing here by quartering this turkey, we can make less brine and it's a smaller amount of time in the brine. So what I like to do is get it all put in the pot, all the lemons and the herbs and the salt and the honey, and let it have time at heat to really break down the lemon structure and the garlic and the herbs and stuff and really create the broth or the brine that's going to flavor your turkey. So if you just do it really quickly, you're not going to get much flavor out of it. But if you let it sit for a long time, do it a day ahead, you're going to win. I like to start with about 1.5 cups. And then we're going to put water on top, and we're going to go put that on the heat. So I love to have the brine just kind of settle out and cool naturally. It's salty, sweet, and perfectly balanced with all that like bay leaf and herbs. And on this, with a deboned turkey, we're gonna do just an overnight brine, not a full day or 36 hour. We're gonna just sink those guys right down in there overnight. We're gonna pull this out tomorrow. We're gonna dry it, then marinate it. Beautiful. So we're gonna get these guys off, dry them off nicely, and then we're gonna put a nice seasoning and some fresh herbs on them. Get it nice and dry. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna season it lightly. Little salt, cracked pepper, and these beautiful herbs over here is all we'll need. Look at that, beautiful. Now we're gonna put the legs separate from the breast because I'm gonna cook these legs in the sous vide in the water separately from the breast. I wanna give these guys another hour of cooking to ensure that that dark meat is perfectly done. Yeah, so if you don't have a food saver vacuum, you can just put these guys right into a Ziploc bag and just get the air out of it as much as you can, and then let it sit for a couple days or just a day overnight. So again, with our butter for the breast. So you have a perfectly sealed turkey legs with the butter in there. Ooh. Day 3, totally stressed out. No, I'm not. That's the point of this whole operation that we're doing. It's game day for our big bird. So we're gonna get it in our water bath right now. So we're gonna get up to 140 degrees on our immersion circulator. These are the thighs that we have, the thigh and leg, with our butter, brined, marinated. This is overnight. Just because it's thigh meat, I want to do it an hour longer than we're going to do our breast meat. The thighs have been in there with the butter for about an hour. I can see that the butter is sort of activated, and so we're just going to pull that out. We can start to see some of that juice coming out, which is great, which tells me that it's cooking. And I'm going to redistribute some of that butter around on the flesh. And look at that inside. Now we're going to turn it in upside down. And then we're going to take our breast and we're going to add that to the little hot tub. We got our legs in there. Our dark meat's been in there for about 3 hours. And the breast now for about 2 hours. And you can see they're like perfectly done. Lots of resistance there. So don't be tempted to use this liquid on the bottom, because if you throw that into the gravy, this is basically blood, and what it'll do is curdle the gravy. Pull these guys out, get them on a tray. That's about a 3/4 cup of ghee. So now we're gonna take this pan out and get it in the hot wood-fired oven. So now our pan is good and hot. We're gonna put our breast in there, skin side down first. Ooh. Probably have room for these guys, and maybe one leg. We'll do one leg. You don't want to crowd it too much there. Fire it back in. Now what you want to do while this is cooking a little bit, you want to pull this down and get some of that clarified butter and baste the bird. I'm gonna get the drumsticks up there so we can get them nice and charred up, roasted. Want that color. Basting. Now we're gonna go in with our last thigh here, thigh and leg. Kind of get him all covered up pretty. Gorgeous. Now we're gonna rest these for about 15 minutes. So we got our turkey seared, roasted in the oven. This is the moment of glory. So now for the star of the show on every Thanksgiving, well, most of them, is the brined sous vide turkey. That's wood roasted to finish. Slice a little bit of the breast. I like to take off that, oh my goodness, look at that, how moist that is. Position that guy up top there. Brined, perfect. You can see how juicy that is. Look at that, how gorgeous. I like to leave the drumstick whole and then get in there and cut out the thigh bone. As soon as you get that guy out, you can just slice the meat across and kind of fan it out. Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful. The benefits of the sous vide, not only the time, you can get it perfectly cooked, and then with that wood fire finish is amazing. Oh, look at that. So juicy. So it is Thanksgiving, so let's fill this platter with the bounty.